What is the best warm market contact inside of network marketing? This is something I wish somebody would have shared with me when I first got started. Unfortunately, I didn't learn this until after I sat down and talked with a couple thousand people. So I'm going to give this to you. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jeff Gamble. I actually am a traditional business owner. I own a real estate company. I own a massage practice. I also am a John C. Maxwell coach, trainer, and speaker. I spent a lot of time in network marketing. I've actually recruited a little over 500 people frontline, and I'm no longer involved in the industry, so that way I can do this coaching and training. So what is the best warm contact for network marketing? I'll tell you what the worst one is. The worst one is one you don't make. If you don't make a contact, there's absolutely no way anything good's going to happen. So that's the worst one. The usual one is people say, get excited, call them, tell them you're excited. Then after you tell them you're excited, say, hey, I just got started in a new business, which you could have just said, AKA, get out your checkbook, I'm coming after it. And then I want to come over and show it to you. Or you're trying to invite them to your house so you can sell them. Or you can have somebody in your upline sell them. And personally, I think that contact sucks. The reason it sucks is more psychological on the person who's receiving the information. And I don't have time to really get into that on this call, but what I do want to give you is what is the best contact, warm contact. Because there's cold contact, warm contact. We'll go into that in another video. Cold contact is when you don't know them at all. Warm contact is I want to talk to somebody directly that I know, or at least that knows me. So what is the best one? And this is just personally what I believe is the best one. The reason why is it goes along with psychology, it goes along with human nature, and it tells people exactly what you want from them. And really it boils down to what is the purpose? What is the purpose of contacting somebody? The purpose of contacting somebody is not to get a yes or no. That's actually the dumbest shit I've ever heard. The purpose of contacting somebody is actually to show and tell what you do so you can get to the result. The result is either a recruit, a sale, help finding somebody for a recruit and sale, or they just say, no, screw you, I'm not going to help you, which would be really weird from people that you know, but I've seen it happen because you go after it the wrong way. And when you go after it the wrong way, you might get that negativity. So I'm going to give you what I feel is the best. It's the one that I've gotten broken through again and again and again, over and over and over again. I've gotten to people and been able to do what the purpose of this is actually to present and show people what you do. So what is the best warm contact? Here's what I found. Starts out with, hey, I need a favor. Now, whether you're calling them or face-to-face, it kind of doesn't matter, but it's, hey, I need a favor. I want to actually show you, if I'm like face-to-face with them, I actually want to show you what I've been working on outside of work. So if you run across the right person, you can refer them to me. Now, why would I just want the referral? What it does is it lowers their guard. It doesn't put up all the barriers that most people normally have. Because if you say, I'm excited and I want you to look at it, then all of a sudden what happens? People are like, oh my gosh, these people, they're going to come after me again. What shit are you selling this time? But if you say, I'm just looking for the referral, I just want you to know about what I do, so if you happen to run into that person, you can help me. People are like, oh, okay, cool, what are you doing? That's what they normally do. They're like, okay, cool, what are you doing? They're attracted to it rather than repelled by it, and then you're having to overcome, oh no, it's cool, it's not like it was before, it's changed. You know, there's a new comp plan, there's a new sponsor, there's a new product, there's a new guy at the top running it. I've heard all these, I mean, it's all sales, but that wasn't bleeped out. I just didn't say it because it wasn't worth actually even saying. So, do me a favor. Now, if I'm doing this over the phone, I say, hey, do you have a couple minutes? Yeah. Why? I got something important I wanted to talk to you about, and I needed a favor. I actually want to tell you about what I'm working on, so if you run into the right person, you can refer them to me. I would rather use the phone. Why? Because if I set up the time to go over and show somebody, and they're just negative right off the bat, I can save myself a whole lot of time. In the last company that I was involved in, I recruited 40 people in my first 30 days. The way that I did that is I went over this on the phone with about 80 people, and half of them said, okay, I'm going to need a little bit more information. Some signed up right away. Some needed a little bit more information. Some needed to actually see the product itself. But I was able to present to about 80 people in the first month. And most people say, how did you get in front of so many people? I didn't. I called them. But I text them first. So this is very important. I text them and say, hey, do you have a minute to talk? That was my contact. People are like, how do you contact so many people? Hey, do you have a minute to talk? If they say, yeah, what about? I'd be like, you either have 5 minutes to talk or you don't. Which is it? And I went on to the next person. If they had a moment to talk, they're like, yeah. Or I'd say, can I call you? That's an even better one. Can I call you was also, I think that was the one I actually started to use more often because I said, can you talk? People, I wanted to ask a bunch of questions. I said, can I call you right now? They're like, yeah. And then I was able to call them, and then I got right to the point. I'm like, hey, what's up? How's things? Cool. I needed to, get this to you right away. Can you do me a favor? Yeah. So I didn't start with I'm excited. I didn't start with I started a new business. I said, can you do me a favor? I want to tell you about what I'm doing, so if you run into the right person, you can refer them to me. And then I'd say, let me tell you what happened. Do you know so-and-so? And no, well, those guys, and it was always, I always referred to it I always told the story. I don't know about you, but I always told the story about how they contacted me about what I was doing. I said, here's how it worked. And then when I go to the details of the company, it's just, I didn't give the history of everything that ever happened. I tried to get to the point. And at that point, they were either interested, said, yeah, I need more information, or I need to see the product, or, I'm so busy, I can't do anything else right now. Well, good. At least now you know what I'm doing. If you run into anybody else, can you refer them to me? And they always say yes. So that's basically what I felt is the best warm contact you can possibly use. Do me a favor. I want to tell you about what I'm working on right now. So if you run into the right person, you can refer them to me. And then people say, sure, tell me what you're doing. Instead of, no, I can't come over. Or they say they're going to come over and then they don't come over. And you play this game back and forth. And all of a sudden, nobody's answering the phone. And you can't get a hold of anybody. And you walk into work and they avoid you. Walk into church and they avoid you. And, you walk into a grocery store and people are running the other way. Oh my gosh, stay away from them. They've got into something again. Get away. So here's the question I have for you. What do you think about this contact? I actually really want to know. In fact, I don't so much want to know what you think. I want you actually to go use it and call me back or send me a message and tell me what the result you got was. Like this post, share this post if you got something out of it. But I really want to hear about the results, and I really want to hear what you think about this warm contact. Thanks, guys, for watching.